very important option for the country. The treatment technology which we implement here, it is an SBR system. And at the same time, we also develop and conduct reuse system for the landscaping. And the treatment plant was also connected with the SCADA system for remote monitoring. And we did also capacity building activities for SPD staff and also from the Water Authority staff who were supporting the project. To come to the comparison between the cost, so the investment cost for this treatment plant was around 300,000 euro just for the construction. And the average at that time, now it's increasing, the average of the treated wastewater was around 85 cubic meter per day. So we have calculated that with our partner who construct the treatment plant, that aligned based on the reducing energy costs for pumping the freshwater resources, saving the cost for the freshwater resources itself when it comes to the bill of the drinking water here in Jordan, and also for the wastewater discharge, because they have monthly to discharge the septic tank which was there, and to pay for that, to bring it somewhere, and also to cause environmental problems there. So our calculation there that this investment cost based on the Jordanian bill will be recovered within 5 years of operation time. So this is the calculation which we had did. I think this is from economic point of view is really feasible if you have some people who are taking over the operation, in this case, the police itself, but it is worth to invest in such kind of decentralized wastewater treatment plant in the long-term perspective. And there is also a return, an economical return at the end, not only to save the environment, but also cash money. I just have 2 slides, Dr. Maha, and we'll close just to summarize the point which I presented when it comes to the all-over impact of this pilot project within the partner countries. We can say that these different approach of decentralized wastewater management were demonstrated, and so there should be future scale up which have to be done by the partner themselves, because it was a demonstration plan just to show that this kind of technologies and this kind of concept is feasible and can be done within these partner countries. Important also that the national capacities in decentralized wastewater management should be strengthened, because there is still lack of capacity within the partner themselves, the staff who should be responsible later on for some small treatment plants or decentralized treatment plants. We can say that the sanitation condition within the partner country is improved due to this treatment facilities which we done in these 4 locations. The potential contamination of groundwater resources is minimized through the project, and also the safe use of treated wastewater is secured according to the activities which we done. But at the same time, there is some main challenges regarding decentralized wastewater treatment plant was identified during the activities of the project, and this challenges should be taken in consideration later on for further interventions and actions. Common challenge, we can say that the existing legal framework is a big problem. We know that in all these different countries, there's no law existing when it comes to the regulation of decentralized wastewater treatment plant, and so there should be some improvement and development in this legal framework in all the 4 countries, the partner countries. And additionally to that is there is the standard. So our what we have seen, especially when take Jordan for example, that the reuse standard is very, very strict, and such reuse standard is not supporting decentralized management. So if we want to push in this direction, then we have to rethink about some release of such kind of standards. For example, nitrate concentration by 30 milligram per liter is really very, very strict. And all of us know is the regulation by the WHO in drinking water is 50 milligram per liter. And so there is some kind of contradictive approach when it comes to such kind of national standards, which should be revised and improved in future. The other thing which we wanted to say here, that there should be also more involvement of private sector when it comes to such kind of decentralized activities in wastewater treatment. Communities coordination, communication and coordination. Yes, communication and coordination between the stakeholders is very important. It's still weak and needs a lot of support. We need also monitoring programs to be done to, for safe use of treated wastewater, and also to support the governance between pharma and the government, as we have seen in Tunisia. And also we need capacity building within the staff, if it is national, from the government or from the private sector, who will take over the treatment and the operation of and the maintenance of the decentralized treatment plants. And there should be also some priorities have to be done by the government itself in regards to allocation of investment for decentralized management. And this is a decision which have to be taken by the national governments in the partner countries. And this was from my side. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Okay, I think for time management, we just move to, we take the questions at the end of the presentations. And we move to the next presenter, Dr. Assayed from the Royal Scientific Society. Sorry, I started with Arabic and then I shifted to English, but maybe only we have one presenter who will present in Arabic. When I present him afterwards, it will be in Arabic, but I continue now with English. It's a little bit confusing. But so we move to our next presenter, Dr. Assayed from the Royal Scientific Society. He's heading now the Water Studies Division at the Royal Scientific Society and conducting some projects on non-conventional water resources. And he will be talking about or introducing something about integrated approach for decentralized wastewater management in Jordan, where the economic and social, technical, technical aspects are taken into consideration. So the floor is yours, Dr. Mohammad. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mahjoub. It's a bit challenging to present in the last session. I know that you all are exhausted. I'm not gonna talk much. I'll be talking just a few minutes, 2-3 minutes, to pave the way towards the video that will summarize and document our project. The project is about decentralized wastewater treatment, and the approach that was used, it was integrated approach. We actually involved communities. We considered economic, social aspects, as well as technical aspects. The project, let me just to go to the presentation. Where's my presentation? Right. The project, I'm not going to talk about decentralized wastewater treatment because Dr. Ismail actually tackled some aspects of decentralized wastewater treatment. The project name was Expanding Access to Sanitation for Unserved Communities in Middle East and North Africa Countries. The project was funded by MENA and WC, Fabri. Thank you, Dr. Ghazi of Rumman. He was the executive director of MENA and WC, and he's currently as well the director of MENA and WC. The project duration was 18 months. It started in February 2014 and lasted till February 2016. The project goal was to develop, test, and promote low-cost sustainable technologies for decentralized wastewater treatment through a partnership of local communities, research institutions, government, and businesses. And this is the integrated approach that we developed throughout this project. I'll stop here and present the movie or the video. The video is about 8 minutes.
تعد بلدة ساكب غربية محافظة جرش منطقة وعرة ذات طبيعة جبلية بالغة الانحدار، تنتشر فيها حزم من المنازل السكنية مترامية على سفوح الجبال، ما يسبب تحديات جمة أمام قاطني تلك المناطق النائية.
يعاني سكان المناطق الجبلية بلدة ساكب والتجمعات السكانية المحيطة فيها من مشكلة الصرف الصحي، وهذا الشيء يأتي نتيجة صعوبة وصول شبكات الصرف الصحي المركزية إلى منازلهم. يلجأ أهل هذه المناطق إلى حل بديل لتصريف مياه المجاري من منازلهم، وهو الجوار الامتصاصية، والتي لها مساوئ عدة تبدأ بتكلفة حفر هذه الجوار وتفريغها، وانتهاء بمشاكل التسريبات التي تحدث منها والتي تؤثر سلبا على المياه الجوفية في هذه المناطق.
مياه المجاري العادم الآن وضعها يعني وضع سيء جدا، لأن احنا بنحفر جوار امتصاصية إلى أرض صخرية، يعني الحفرة بتنزل معنا متر ونص 3 أمتار، بغضون أسابيع أو أشهر أو سنة إن طالت بيكون الجوار امتلأ، نضطر احنا نحفر كمان جورة ثانية. وفي تهريب كثير من الجوار، يعني في عندنا روايح بأطراف البيوت وبنحفر الجوار كمان مكلفة، يعني بتكلفنا قاعدة الجوار من 500 إلى 600 دينار للكمبريسات وعمرها أقل من سنة. فإذا في عندنا مشكلة عظمى هون هي مشكلة المجاري والصرف الصحي.
ومن هنا برز دور الجمعية العلمية الملكية بالتعاون مع وكالة الإنماء الأمريكية USAID لطرح حلول علمية وعملية لهذه المعضلات البيئية ومساعدة أهالي المنطقة، وذلك عبر طرح فكرة إنشاء أنظمة معالجة لامركزية للمياه العادمة في تلك المناطق.
جاءت فكرة المشروع بهدف تقديم حلول علمية وعملية لمشكلة الصرف الصحي في المناطق غير المخدومة بشبكة صرف صحي مركزية في الأردن، بحيث يتم بناء وإنشاء محطات معالجة لا مركزية في الموقع نفسه تقوم على معالجة وإعادة استخدام المياه العادمة، بحيث يتم شبك عدة منازل مع بعضها على هذه المحطة وإعادة استخدام في الموقع نفسه لأغراض ري المزروعات الاقتصادية المشهورة في المنطقة.
وقد اختيرت تقنيات وحدات معالجة المياه بعناية وعبر منهجية دقيقة وعلمية تقوم على أساس وضع معايير لمعامل الأهمية مع مراعاة الأنظمة العاملة في العديد من الدول. ولغاية تنفيذ نشاطات هذا المشروع اختيرت جمعية سيدات ساكب الخيرية لتكون الشريك الميداني في تطبيق نشاطات هذا المشروع وتعيين المنتفعين منه.
احنا جمعية السيدات ساكب الخيرية زارونا الجمعية العلمية الملكية في الجمعية واعطونا فكرة المشروع. قمنا بزيارة لأبناء المجتمع المحلي، طرحنا عليهم فكرة المشروع، رحبوا بالفكرة وكان عندهم استعداد انهم يطبقوا الفكرة هاي بمنازلهم حتى انهم يخلصوا حلوا مشكلة الصرف الصحي.
ولهذا الغرض شكلت اللجنة المحلية التي أدت دورا رئيسيا في متابعة نشاطات المشروع، والمؤلفة من ممثلين عن مديرية الزراعة ومحافظة جرش وبلدية المعراض واللجنة الصحية وجمعية سيدات ساكب، بالإضافة إلى المنتفعين من المشروع.
يعتبر هذا المشروع مثال على الدور اللي تقوم فيه الجمعية في نقل المعرفة العلمية والمنتوج العلمي لخدمة المجتمع المحلي. ما نأمل فيه من هذا المشروع أن يتم الخروج بنظام يمكن تحمل تكاليفه من المجتمع، وأيضا تشغيله وصيانته من نفس المجتمع المحلي،
الذي يخدم بهذا النظام، ونأمل أيضا أن يكون المياه الناتجة عن هذا النظام تصلح للزراعة غير المقيدة ويمكن الاستفادة منها على مستوى المحلي.
ويقوم النظام الأول المسمى الأحواض الصحية المعدلة على معالجة المياه العادمة الخارجة من المنازل عن طريق تمريرها في حجرتين متتابعتين تجري فيهما معالجة المياه العادمة بطريقة لا هوائية، إضافة إلى ترسيب المواد الصلبة في القاع وتجميع الزيوت والدهون على السطح. ثم يتم تمرير المياه إلى حجرة المعالجة الهوائية والتي تحتوي على شرائح بلاستيكية مثبتة، بحيث يتم تزويد المياه بالأكسجين باستخدام مضخات هوائية، ما يوفر البيئة المناسبة للبكتيريا للنمو والالتصاق على الشرائح البلاستيكية، لتقوم الأخيرة بدورها بهضم المواد العضوية الذائبة في المياه العادمة، وتكرر العملية ذاتها في حجرة مجاورة. وأخيراً، قام فريق البحث العلمي في الجمعية العلمية الملكية بتطوير مصفاة تقوم على توظيف تقنية النانو لقتل البكتيريا كمرحلة معالجة ثالثة للمياه الخارجة من الأحواض الصحية المعدلة قبل تجميعها في خزانات ليتم استخدامها لاحقاً. أما النظام الثاني والمسمى الأحواض الرطبة ذات التدفق الراجع، فيقوم في جزئه الأول على مبدأ النظام الأول نفسه، من حيث تمرير المياه في حجرتي المعالجة اللاهوائية، ويلي ذلك توزيع المياه داخل حوض مليء بالرمال والحصى البركانية لتتم معالجتها من خلال حجز الشوائب فيزيائياً ونمو البكتيريا الهوائية على حبيبات الحصى السطحية، ومن ثم يستخدم ثلث المياه الناتجة للري، والجزء الآخر يعود للمعالجة ثانية لتحقيق معدل أكبر من عملية إزالة النيتروجين.
RSS is one of our strongest network centers in Jordan and in the region, and it's been an excellent collaboration. They're working with a network center in Morocco on similar research, and we hope to learn from the experience in both countries. Well, this is an excellent example of the kind of work that the network wants to support in Jordan and other countries in the Middle East.
ولغاية تعميم الفائدة رتبت زيارات ميدانية لسيدات من المنطقة ولطلاب وطالبات المدارس لإطلاعهم على معضلات المياه في الأردن والحلول المطروحة من خلال هذا المشروع.
في الأول ما كنا متأكدين من النتيجة عند عرض المشروع، لكن بعد تطبيق المشروع دائما اكتشفنا منظر جميل، وفرت لنا مياه نسقي بها، وأهم شيء خلصتنا من مشاكل الجوار الامتصاصية. نشكر الجمعية العلمية الملكية على هذا المشروع والجهة الممولة تمولت هذا المشروع، وبنصح كل صاحب بيت عنده مشاكل واجهة زي مشاكل كانت موجودة بالجوار يستخدم الأنظمة هاي في بيته.
Well, what we have seen, community participation, we've seen considering technical aspects, we've seen participation with private sector. Thank you, Engineer Nabeul Wakile, for your significant contribution. We've seen women empowerment, we've seen capacity building as well. So this is the integrated approach. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Oued, for the interesting presentation and the movie. And again, I would like to suggest to move to the third presenter, Dr. Olfa Mahjoub. She has PhD in water science, and she is heading the chemistry laboratory for water and soil at the Irrigation Water Quality Reuse of, at the National Research Institute for Rural Engineering, Water and Forestry. And she will be presenting on a very nice topic, her topic, her favorite topic, on emerging pollutants. The state of art of knowledge, research and data in emerging contaminants in wastewater used for irrigation in Wadi Souhil in Tunisia. So please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Maha. Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to move to a completely different topic, which is about emerging pollutant in irrigation water. We will talk about reuse, but in different way, and we are going to see something about the long-term impact of wastewater reuse. My presentation will be about some outcomes of an ongoing project, actually. This project was launched in 2015 by UNESCO. It's titled Emerging Pollutant in Wastewater Reuse in Developing Country, and it's implemented under the UNESCO IHP program, International Initiative in Water Quality, and this was funded by SIDA. So this project gathered a selected number of case studies from all over the world, and Tunisia is one of them. Actually, I think there are 2 or 3 case studies from the Arab region. So my presentation will be about some of these outcomes. The project will be published under, will be a publication of UNESCO, and it's ongoing, actually. Well, this is a collaborative project, actually. We gathered there people from Cyprus, from France, and from Germany, and also from Canada and Tunisia. It was a very nice collaboration, and trying together to work with farmers and also to work in the lab. Dealing with these contaminant of emerging concern or emerging contaminant in wastewater has become very of high concern, let's say. And Tunisia was one of the leading country, I can say, in this field, as it was the first, I think, in the Arab countries and in the African region also to deal with this contaminant in wastewater reuse and in water resources. The very first results has been published about oestrogenic compound. Oestrogenic compound because these are hormones that everybody is releasing from his body. So we are finding this kind of contaminant in the wastewater released by the treatment plants. So, and the oestrogen-like compound would be like, let's say, some compound that can behave like hormones. So they may be industrial compounds, maybe pharmaceuticals, pesticides, and these kind of things. So Tunisia has started working on this in the early 2000s, and since that time we have done some progress on this topic. So in order to build on what has been done in the past, in our project we wanted to have a kind of a clear picture on what has been done. And this was done through data collection, a kind of national, international, at the national, international level. Also, we wanted to build on this knowledge by producing new data. And this has been done through sampling campaign and doing analysis in the lab, obviously. And finally, we have done something new. And I think this is the first time that we have done that. It was about defining the status on these contaminants. What do we know? Not only the scientific community, but also the people in the ministry, in the national agency, in the NGOs. So we do not know how much those people know about this contaminant, this emerging contaminant. And maybe